Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, please be sure to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. We have a good time on this channel. Yes, by the title already you can see I'm here to talk about Qatar Airways jobs. You know, I've been talking about cabin crew position, but then today I want to talk about other positions in Qatar Airways. And I think it will be nice or fair enough if I bring someone who works in Qatar Airways. She's not a guest, by the way. She's not a guest on this channel. Maybe for my new subscribers, you have to meet my friend Gloria. Yeah, let me not talk too much. She's taking the show today. Gloria, can you introduce yourself to my new subscribers? I have new subscribers who don't know you. Yeah. But if you're an OG here, I'm sure you know Gloria.
You have seen this face?
You've seen this face?
Yeah.
She did a video. Not
even a video. Videos.
Videos, yeah.
We've done a lot of videos together.
But I think the most video that we did that I think went viral was the video that of your experience. Yeah. Okay. So Gloria works in Qatar Airways. She has a lot of information, and you know guys, I got you. And Gloria, please introduce yourself to my new subscribers.
Hi guys, as you know me, or for those who don't know me, I'm Gloria. And, most of you know me, most of you don't. Today we're going to be talking about something very, very important, that is careers, as always. And most of you I know have applied for cabin crew position in Qatar Airways. Yeah. And a lot of people don't usually know there are other types of jobs that you can also apply in Qatar Airways, not only cabin crew. So today we shall be covering that, and which departments can you also apply in Qatar Airways. Yeah.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off.
Thank you. No, don't worry, it's fine.
Okay. It looks so...
You're so dramatic. You made sure that the juice is looking like...
Of course, like the owner. Like the...
Say hi to my friend.
Owner. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you need anything else?
No, for now.
For now,
Enjoy,
no.
madam.
Thank you so much.
By the way, guys, we are having dessert at La Cigale Hotel. Let me show you what we are having. I'm having a carrot cake and a smoothie. I don't know if you can see. I'm having carrot cake with smoothie, and Gloria is having. I'm not sure what this is, but she's having a cocktail.
I'm having a cocktail.
So guys, Gloria here will tell us more about Qatar Airways jobs, like other positions, because if I be honest, even me, I wanted to just work as a cabin crew, Gloria. Yeah. Like that was the only position I was looking forward to, and the other position I applied as a grooming officer.
Yes.
But then you work there, so at least you can tell us your experience on how you got the job. And like which other positions are there, like people can apply for those positions apart from cabin crew, because I'm sure most of my subscribers just apply for cabin crew. Yeah. And most of the time it's very hard to get the cabin crew.
Yeah, it's hard.
So at least feel free, tell us anything, because I'm sure you know more than me. That's why I brought you to my channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just like me, I also didn't know there are other, departments I can apply for. So I used to only apply for cabin crew.
Yeah.
And I applied for like maybe 3 years, of which I got like 2 invitations.
Yeah.
One in Kenya and one in Doha. And I did my assessment, of which I had done in the other video. And after, I came to know there are also other departments that people can apply for.
Okay.
Like whatever I do, it's in the lounges. It's F&B attendant. F&B attendant, it's just the same as the cabin crew job, but on ground. Like you're serving on ground in the lounges, because at the airport we have a lot of lounges. We have the VIP lounges. We have the first and business class lounges, and we have the economy lounges and stuff like that. And
lounges are the places that when you're just sitting waiting for your flight, but you just want to eat, and you want to maybe relax, because Qatar Airways was chosen as the best
Airline in the world.
airline and the best airport as well. So I'm sure they just don't choose the airline just because it's Qatar Airways or something like that. They look
Exactly.
at a lot of things, the airport
Yeah.
and everything. If you've been to Qatar Airways or if you had a transit in Qatar Airways, Hamad International Airport is very beautiful. So you are working at the lounges where, like, if you want to just sit, have your coffee as you're waiting for your flight, for the VIPs and for the normal people
Exactly.
who pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in the lounges, as she said, is where people relax and wait for your next flight. Or maybe if you have a long transit, you just pay for the lounge and you go inside. Maybe you wanna relax, you want to take a shower quick before your next flight. Yeah, that's what the lounges basically
mean.
offers. Yeah.
I want to know, like, how did you apply for this position? Like, was it after the first attempt of I think you attempt to apply for, you tried to apply for a cabin crew, and at the same time, I did a video with Gloria, guys, before. Make sure you watch it. I'm gonna link it here. On that video, she explained to us on how she was trying to apply for a cabin crew. At the same time, because most people always ask me, can I apply for this position and apply for this position at the same time? Will it not interfere? And honestly, Gloria will answer that, because she, at the same time she applied for cabin crew, that's when she applied for the lounges as well. And then she didn't get the cabin crew, she got the lounges. So you can apply at the same time, like any position, like as many as you want.
Yeah.
Or is
People
it not possible?
Yeah, people do this. If you can apply as many times as possible, you can apply as many departments as possible. Whichever you get luck on, it's fine.
And that's what you did.
And that's what I did. So I had applied for the ground service and I had applied for cabin crew, of which I got the cabin crew. And then afterwards, maybe after 2 or 3 months, I got an interview for the ground service. Now, ground service and cabin crew are two different departments and a totally different line when it comes to interviews, because we find in cabin crew, like, it takes up to 3 days for the interviews to end. Like, it takes 3 working days.
That's why they have open days, they have
Yeah.
first day, second day and third day.
But for me, when I was applying for ground service, I first of all did it's called Sonru. Like, it's just like basically through the
Like a Zoom, like a
Zoom,
video.
something like that. Yeah. We call it Sonru. I did that, and then they invited me for face to face, and then I went to their offices and did the face to face, and that's how I got my job. For me, it was not like 2-3 days.
And you got the job when you were while you were in Qatar, or were you outside Qatar?
I got it when I was in Doha.
You know, if you apply for cabin crew, it's always an opening assessment where a lot of people go there to do interviews. So there is day one interview. If you pass the interview, you go for the second one. So after you applied for this position and they invited you, they sent you an email, right? And they invited you.
Yeah, for the face to face.
For the face to face. You did everything here in
And that
Doha.
was maybe after 2 or 3 months. So it takes a long time.
By the way, Gloria, I always get people asking me on the comment section. Someone will ask me, I applied for customer service and I've not gotten a response. I got an email that says that you have been chosen to attend an interview, a Sonro interview, and then apparently they have to wait for almost 2 or 3 months. So they always ask me, do you think I was not selected? Because I got this email saying that I was selected, and then they go quiet.
One thing you guys have to do is have patience. This job doesn't just happen overnight. It takes time.
So that's only for the lounges and the customer service. But the cabin crew is always fast.
For the cabin crew is the first day you'll come, they'll give you a letter and you'll come the following day. The following day you'll do like an English test, the scar check and whatever, the height, arm reach test and whatever. The following day again, they'll finalize. At least by the third day, you'll know if you are chosen or not. But for this one, you have to wait.
You have to wait.
You have to wait for
an email. So you waited for 3 months?
Yeah, 2 to 3 months. So you have, it's like a step by step on your there's a way. People who have applied these kind of jobs know there's a way you check. Sometimes you'll check if you're under consideration. Sometimes you'll check if you're accepted, and it's a step. I was counting. It's like maybe around 7 steps or 8 steps. So it's step by step. It's not something that happens overnight. So the whole process can even take like 6 months.
So if you are not getting any response, you have to check.
Yeah, you have to check for your status. We call it status. You get it?
Yeah, you check your status.
Yeah.
So sometimes your status might be saying, because I always see people writing on the comment section, oh, I can see my application just says under consideration.
Yeah.
So they should not worry, because that doesn't mean that you are not selected. It means that you are under consideration. They will get back to you.
They'll get back to you. If you are rejected, they'll send you a rejected email. Or the status will change to rejected or whatever. But yeah, so you have to have patience, one, and also you have to remember that not every steps are the same. My steps may not be the same as what you went through. My interviews may not be the same as what the other person went through. So we all have to be patient and just go along with whatever comes along with you. My process may take 3 months. Some other person's process may take even 1
week, 6 months.
You never know.
You never know.
So don't compare yourself to other people. Just have patience and
So you said you applied for the customer service when you were in Doha, and that's when you got an email, and then you had to wait, like it was step by step status. Sometimes the status was saying under consideration, and you just had to wait. Because there's this interview you just talk about that you do online. Is it like answering questions like other? Because sometimes some cabin crews, I think not cabin crew, mostly, because I've done a Sondro before.
Yeah.
So are there questions there that they're asking questions, or is it somebody talking to you on a Sondro video, or what is it?
A Sondro video is the questions are already there. So they'll just write a question. They give you like around 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I don't know, I can't remember. And you have to read and, create your answer or think about your answer. And then there's a timing.
Oh, there's a timer.
Yeah, so the time, if you're ready, you can just, press next, and you can just answer your question. If you're not ready, you can just wait for your timer as you think about your answer.
Do they have like maybe... how do you call it? It's like trying.
Yeah, there's I think the first question the first question they'll ask, they'll test you. They'll give you time to relax. They have test questions. Yeah, because of course when you're doing an interview, of course most of us we are really nervous, and you tend to forget. You can be very good and remembering everything, but after you press that button and you're like, oh my god, you can't remember anything.
Yeah,
I've done that
true.
Before. You go in front of a camera and you're like,
you've forgotten every single thing.
What is this? Like even the simplest question you cannot answer. And it's not like you don't know.
And it's not like somebody is looking at you.
No,
no
one is looking at you, but you just find yourself, tensed and nervous. And during this time, like when they ask you a question, you have time. You have like 5 minutes. You have like 3 minutes to think and relax. And even if like you can.
But can you remember like even one question? Like what was the question? Can you remember that they asked you during the Sondro interview?
Basically, the questions that they ask is
are they the same?
No, they are department by.
If it varies with the department.
Yeah, they'll ask me about maybe food and beverage.
Oh.
They'll ask me like name 3 types of coffees.
Oh.
And
it's just general questions.
Yeah. How do you make a coffee latte?
Oh.
How do you make cappuccino?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the difference between latte and cappuccino? What's the difference between macchiato and espresso? Something like that.
So it's just general questions. Just tell us before you attend this interview, the Sondro interview, must you prepare yourself? Like, how should you dress? How should you do your makeup? Or you already told us the question to expect, but should we dress official? Should they dress official? Should they do a makeup if they are women? Like, is it that serious as cabin crew, or with this you can just be anyhow you want and then just attend the interview?
Guys, if you're applying for any job in Qatar Airways, make sure you're well groomed. Make sure your grooming, your appearance matches your outer appearance matches
what your inner and what you will say.
And what you will say also. Because one thing you don't want to go looking is looking like your problems. No, we don't want that. We want you to look confident. We want you to express yourself in a it's called what? In a bold way.
In a bold way.
Yeah. So your
and
grooming,
your confidence will come when you are looking good.
Exactly.
For sure.
Your grooming should be high notes. It should be excellent. Your grooming should it's called what? There's a name I want to use but I forgot. Your grooming should be of standard. Like you should be well groomed. Your face, even if you don't apply lipstick for ladies, just try to apply like a light lipstick, foundation, make your hair nicely. Don't make sure your hair is not hanging on your face. Make sure your hair is well, not like mine, but at least at the back a little bit. Make sure it's neat. Make sure you've done your hair, like just look nice. That's one thing they look at. You may not be confident when you're talking, but when the interviewer sees your grooming, like she or he can see something in you.
Because they know already you are nervous.
Yeah, they can see something in you, and they, your approach.
You already told us how to dress for the interview. Like you should just dress to look good.
Yeah, be on standard.
Even if you're not going somewhere that someone is looking at you.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing Sondro interview, no one is looking at you.
Make sure you look good and make sure your grooming is of standard.
I've also done an interview for grooming officer, Sondro interview, and what you should do, you see the makeup I have now and the makeup she has?
Yes.
Try as much as you can, even if you can pay somebody just for that day, even if you don't know how to do makeup, make sure you look good, because for Sondro interview, no one is there with you. No one at least can see how you express yourself.
Yeah.
But how you look is very, very important. So make sure you look good. Do a simple makeup.
Yeah.
See our hairstyle. Qatar Airways, they just look for simple hairstyle. Make sure you have like good nails. Like,
true.
You see? Make sure you do your nails, by the way.
Yeah.
And a red lipstick if you can.
Yes.
Mostly red lipstick. Qatar Airways, they like red lipstick. I saw somebody who said she got a job in Qatar Airways because of her nails and her lipstick. They loved her lipstick. So make sure you look good on that interview for Sondro. Like ground staff jobs, mostly you do the interview on Sondro. So at least, Gloria, tell us, you've already told us how you got the job. You applied it from Qatar, after sending your CV, you got a positive response, right?
Yeah, after the sunroof, I got the invitation for the face-to-face. That's when I went and faced my interviewers.
Your interviewer?
Yeah. And they're so kind, they're so good, they're so chilled. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to be stressed. They'll just ask you general questions, things that you have done, things that are on your CV. So make sure that when you're writing your CV, you know what you're writing. You're not taking someone else's CV and just copying and typing
paste,
and copying. Make sure you know what you're writing on your CV. Make sure you know what is in your CV, because that's the exact thing they're gonna ask you. They're just simple questions that everyone can answer. Yeah.
Okay. So one thing I just want to know is, are there other positions apart from, because to be honest, I've never applied for the same position that you applied. For me, working in Qatar Airways, I just wanted to work as a cabin crew, or because I know a lot about makeup. So I wanted to work as a grooming officer, So tell us about other positions in Qatar Airways so that people can know it's not only cabin crew, because a lot of people, from the question, guys, I always read the comments, I see people writing all about cabin crew, cabin crew, as if there are no other positions in Qatar Airways. She already said that she's working in the lounges, and she applied for the lounges at the same time she was applying for the cabin crew. Can you at least tell us about which other positions are there in Qatar Airways apart from cabin crew and the lounges that we've talked about?
I have a lot of friends who usually tell me, I like your uniform. I like, I wish I could be, it's not all about the uniform. I know a lot of people just love the uniform, but if you want to just be in your uniform, you can apply for the lounges. They have the same uniform as the cabin crew. So, yeah.
So some people just apply for the uniform.
They want to look, like the cabin
crew.
Yeah. So it's not about the uniform. It's about the experience. When you're applying for a job, don't look at these petty things. Just look for the experience. Look for
experience and also I think the name of the company. I think most people who apply for Qatar Airways job, they just apply for the cabin crews. They look good. You work as a cabin crew, you just work as a waitress. The only difference is because you're flying.
Exactly. That's the only difference. So I want to tell you guys about other departments that you can apply for. There is F&B attendant, which is in the lounges, the one that I usually do. We have front of house. Front of house basically is you just stand in front of the lounges and just check in the guests in the lounges. That's front of house. Or just take the guests in their respective, just show them around, or just help the guests. Basically, that's all about the front of house. It's called FOH. So we have Al-Maha. Other departments, we have Al-Maha. We have also it's called what?
Duty. There's duty free. Duty free are those people like we always see at the airport that sell perfume.
Exactly.
Like clothes.
Whatever. Inside the airport. So. And we also have steward. If you think like you don't have you're not confident, still a position for you. You can be a steward, but the steward job is I think only for men.
For men.
Yeah,
mostly is men.
No, it's only for men.
It's only for men.
Yeah, the steward job is only for men. And we have some another one called bellboys. Bellboys actually are the ones that escort the guests, then carry the guest bags. You see the boys. Yeah, exactly. So you can also do that. So there are so many positions that you can apply, not only cabin crew. So don't just stay at home thinking, I want to be a cabin crew. No. And then something else I want to tell you guys is that you can be a ground service. You can work as a ground service and then go elevating. They'll see something in you, and also when you are inside the company, you can also apply for cabin.
For cabin.
It's so easy. If that's your passion, you can start as a ground service and then apply. When you're inside the company, you can still apply for other positions. They'll still allow you to apply for other positions.
You have the right.
Don't stay at home just thinking I want to be a cabin crew. The first year, second year, you'll reach 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 until you never get the job. So it's better just start with the start from somewhere and then just go elevating slowly by slowly.
True. Guys, you've heard from the horse's mouth. Gloria works in Qatar. She works in lounges where I'm sure Gloria has seen a lot of celebrities, right?
I have. Actually, there's a lot of VIPs, a lot of we have interacted with them. We'll see them. So
it's more like it's more like a cabin crew.
It's more of a
like cabin crew because it's just the only difference is you're not flying.
You're not flying. By the way, to be honest, that's the only difference. But it's just the same job. Just that you're not getting that opportunity to be flying.
But if you work, one thing I told people, because there was a time I was talking about benefits of working in Qatar Airways, and I mentioned if you work in Qatar Airways, even if you're working as a ground staff, as steward, once you're in Qatar Airways, it's easy for you to travel all over the world because these people have the privilege to travel. Because if Gloria is working there, if she wakes up one day, because they normally get like 2 or 3 days off or something like that, you can take those short leaves. You can just wake up and say, I want to go to the US, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to Europe, I want to go to Thailand. That's why you see a lot of people who work in Qatar Airways.
We travel a lot.
They travel a lot. You don't have to be a cabin crew to be traveling. Once you work in Qatar Airways, they have this I think it's a buddy pass or something. You guys don't pay a lot of money for the ticket. And they can allow you to also invite your family members to be on your buddy pass ticket.
Your friends, your close friends and stuff.
So guys, if you don't get the cabin crew position,
don't lose hope.
Don't lose hope. At the same time, as she said, she applied for other position when she was applying for the same position now
Yeah.
she is now. If you don't get cabin crew, try ground staff, try
lounges,
try ground staff, try lounges,
front of house,
for duty free.
There's so many.
There are so many. There are engineers.
Exactly.
There are
I forgot, by the way.
Recruiters.
Yeah, we have grooming officers.
Grooming officer. They pay well more than cabin crew.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So many things. There are so many, like.
And I forgot also, we have chefs. Yeah, we have first commis, we have second commis, we have we have all of them. Count them. We have a lot of departments, you guys. So
don't stick with
if you feel like you have been going the wrong direction, you can you can come back and realize yourself and just apply for any of the jobs because they're still the same. Yeah,
they're just still the same. You will get the same management, you get the same rules,
benefits,
you get the same benefits. Like Qatar Airways, everything is the same, and they have one rule. That's why they have stick with their rule. Qatar Airways is not like other airlines, so if you don't get cabin crew, please look for other position. Gloria works there. How do you feel about working in Qatar Airways? Is it a good experience? Do you like it?
Yes. To be honest, it's one of the best airlines in the world.
Yeah.
And everybody and anybody can want to work there.
Yeah.
And also, what I love about Qatar Airways is like the standards are really high. They're really high, and
it's a good experience.
It's a good experience.
Imagine if I've worked in Qatar Airways as who and who. It doesn't matter, but as long as I've worked in Qatar Airways, it's something to add on your CV. It's a very good thing, right?
True.
Yeah. And one more thing I wanted to ask you, Gloria. I always get this one question. For me, I know I've done it before, and it happened. I've done it before, and it worked for me. People always ask, since you apply for a cabin crew, or maybe they apply for lounges, and then they don't get it. They don't get a positive response. Can they reapply again using another email? Because I gave them a trick. If you apply and then you don't get any response, there is this ID number that Qatar Airways always give you. So the same number will always be there when you are applying for even other position or anything. I gave them a trick. When you apply and you don't get any feedback, or you don't get a positive feedback, you should just change your email and apply again. Like apply, right? Is it true, or what is it?
If you get rejected, you can wait up to, I think, 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
To reapply again. So if maybe you are in a hurry, I've never heard of that trick.
Yeah. I knew about that trick when I applied for. I used to apply for cabin crew.
Yeah.
I don't get a response. I apply again. I get a negative response. I reapply again. And then one day, when I attended the cabin crew assessment, was because I changed my email, and I used a different email.
Yeah.
And then that's when they called me. Yeah, so I think that's a trick. But
if you if you don't want to wait for 6 months, maybe you can do that. But if you're kind of patient, and you can just wait for the 6 months and reapply again. But you can apply as many jobs as possible, and you won't miss one. At least one.
At least one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you for coming back to my channel.
I'm so happy, and I'll be back again. More travel videos. Maybe we will be traveling soon.
We'll be traveling together because Gloria is my friend. She works in Qatar Airways, so she has there are so many advantages of working in Qatar Airways. Of course, every company has advantage and disadvantage. One of the advantage of working in Qatar Airways, if you work there, you can get a buddy ticket, and you can share it with your friends. So whenever you are flying, they pay less for the flight. So if you have a family member who works in Qatar Airways, just talk to them. Probably they don't know, or maybe you don't know. Yeah. You can talk to them.
You can tell them to add you into their buddy ticket, and then you can be traveling in, at least a cheaper cost. Not the exact.
The flight will be so cheap. As long as you're flying with Qatar Airways, your flight will be very cheap.
And as long as you have Qatar Airways reaches your country, because
not all destinations.
Yes, not all destinations.
So Yeah, and I am happy to see you back to my channel, Gloria.
I'm
and
so
thank
happy.
you so much for the information.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so if you've watched this video till the end, kindly make sure you like, share, so that it can reach a lot of people. It can help so many people outside there.
And really, I love your confidence nowadays. You know, we are outside. We are.
Yeah, guys, we are in La Cigar. And you don't even want to know what happened to us today.
We won't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it, but anyways.
But I love her confidence because she has grown so much since the last time. I remember the time she was starting, we used to be so afraid to film in front of people. Like, we used to feel so shy, like people are looking at us
but there
like
are so
crazy.
many people behind us now.
Yeah, people are,
we are in a restaurant,
You
guys.
are in a restaurant and
it's Qatar, by the way, it's Qatar. And
so I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
And I'm so proud of what you're doing. And I really wish you all the best, and I'm sure this channel will grow even more. Like,
and thank you
more
for
and
always
more
coming back, because you know, whatever you shared today on my channel, it will help a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. And guys, make sure you watch another video that I will do with Gloria as well, because I did a video of what to expect for the first cabin crew interview.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have been asking me, what should you expect for the second, or maybe if you are recruited for the second interview, what should you expect? For me, when I attended the interview, I didn't get to reach to the second interview. I didn't get the paper you told me. So people want to know about the second interview, how it goes. So guys, make sure you watch that video and make sure you subscribe. Bye.
Bye.